This is a simple game, really, golf. So why does it confound us so? Could it be the elements? The obstacles in our way? The pressure? The answer, of course, is all of it. And nowhere is it magnified more than here, at the birthplace of our game itself. This is St Andrews, and this is the Open Championship.
EA Sports, in conjunction with the R&A, present golf's oldest major and the final major championship of the year. From the home of golf, the old course at St Andrews, it's the opening round of the 150th Open. This promises to be a fun 4 days, a lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. Russell Henley is the leader. He's on the move early at 5 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer ready to begin the quest for the iconic Claret Jug. Well, this opening round, Frank, always a lot of butterflies, I would guess, for the players. Not to mention, a lot of them are trying to get adjusted to the time change. Look, you played in this championship 10 times, made the cut in 9 of those years. So what was your secret for getting through to the weekend?
I didn't even know that stat, Rich. I think you just keep putting one foot in front of the other. You can't afford to get ahead of yourself. The Open Championship brings, windy conditions, and it's crazy that you can tee off at 4 o'clock in the afternoon with everybody teeing off the first hole. So I'm not going to say expect the unexpected. We all know that, but really it's just don't get ahead of yourself. And bad breaks are part of playing in an Open Championship. It is a bounce and roll game. Remember that. So sometimes something hits straight at the flag, it's going to finish 30 or 40 feet away. If you're prepared for that before you even tee off, then it doesn't come as a surprise. And then hopefully just try and be the last man standing.
So this is it. This is who these folks have come to see. It has been the talk here in the UK all week. Will this be the ever-elusive season Grand Slam? Hard to find a weakness in their game right now, Frank, but how do you think this week unfolds?
I'm as nervous as they are, Rich. I really am. I saw the Tiger Woods Slam, but that wasn't in one calendar year. The chance to see it being done like right now, right in front. Hey, I'm going to watch from that opening tee shot. I really am, because this is spectacular. And since the date change as well, to finish at the Open Championship, to finish at the oldest championship in golf, that is amazing.
And this round starting off strong after the birdie at the first. This in the fairway at number 2. Call it 74 yards here as he's set for his second. Oh, that is how you get to be world number 1. A beautiful shot there to get it in tight. Yes, can't ask for a better start to a round than this. It is back-to-back birdies at 1 and 2. On the tee box here at the third now. Frank, all of these holes look relatively straightforward. Can a golfer get lured in kind of a false sense of security off the tee here at the old course?
Well, you can. This hole, the third hole, even shorter than the second, so reachable. But a lot of people tend to bail out towards the left. That's the middle of the golf course. And that leaves you a devilish little pitch or short wedge across that big gaping bunker that protects both the third and the 15th green. So once again, want to drive the ball down the right side, but there's a series of pot bunkers there.
That is made to measure right there, right in the center of the fairway. So the great tee shot left him here, now his second from relatively close range. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll stay at 2 under. Frank, a much more difficult hole here at the fourth at the old course.
Yeah, that new championship tee has really made for a very hard par 4. Two ways to play it. Down the right, that's a very, very narrow strip of fairway. Most will go to the left side, a little more conservative. But either way, tough second shot.
No issues here. That is into the fairway. "93 yards is the number as he sets for his second.
Oh, this is an electric start. Already we're seeing birdies galore, and another great iron shot setting up another.
Well done. That one rolled in for a birdie, and he's got it to 3 under now, just 2 back. We come now to the fifth, the first par 5 on the front side here at St. Andrews. 514-yard hole that ends at a green that is 100 yards deep. Avoid the Seven Sisters bunkers off the tee, and reaching into is a possibility if the weather cooperates.
Boy, that's way down there. Should only leave an iron to this par 5.
Definitely within range of getting home in two. This, his second. It is one of the more satisfying shots in golf, isn't it? Downwind to a par 5, the second, you knock it on. Chance for eagle.
Certainly shortens up the par 5, that wind at your back, Rich, but you can just surf the wind. Just leave that ball carry and just sail towards the green.
Oh man, the putter is working now. That is back-to-back eagles, a rarity in the world of golf. Here we are now at the 374-yard par 4-6. It's a blind tee shot over a mound. The key here, avoiding the coffin bunkers on the left, and a series of bunkers on the right. Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Oh yeah, what a putt there. A second eagle of the round, no less. He has been on his game so far. Over the ball here at the 7th, and Frank, if you had to script a game plan here, what would it look like?
You could drive this pretty close to the green. This is a green that's shared with the 11th, the par 3. And so you won't see that tee shot finish, but you can actually drive very, very close to a bunker called the Shell, which is the one that protects the par 3 11th.
That ball going to roll out a little too much as the momentum carries it all the way into the bunker. Tough to control the golf ball out of the bunker. This is on the green, but with a lot of work left to be done. Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And the lead's going to remain 2. Arriving now at the first of only 2 par 3s at the old course, 166-yard 8th, featuring a high-lit bunker guarding the front of the green that is difficult to hold. Tell you what, I've enjoyed watching this display all day long. We hear the phrase in football, ball control. It applies to what we've seen here from this player. That is an outstanding display of ball control. Okay, right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th. And the lead in this opening round is all the way up to 3. Rounding out the opening 9 here at St. Andrews. And Frank, this par 4 features a couple of fairway bunkers that players will have to contend with.
Yeah, this is a fun hole when you first stand on that tee and look at it. You see those bunkers smack bang in the middle of the fairway. The last bunker there in the middle is called the end hole. This hole is called the end. But this green, too, is so flat, very, very difficult to read. But if you get there, pull the head cover off the driver. Remember, this is the only chance you get to play the old course.
What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in 1. Oh, how good is that? Those are the kinds of long-distance putts you'll see here in Scotland, and that was judged about as well as one can. Easy as can be. It's a tap-in birdie here at the 9th. And that is going to mean this was a 27 on the front side, an amazing 9 under par. As we begin the backside here at St. Andrews, you can really feel the history. This hole named in honor of the legendary Bobby Jones, who won the 1927 Open and the 1930 Amateur. Obviously, 1930 was his Grand Slam year. Retired, by the way, at the age of 28. And then founded and built with Alistair McKenzie Augusta National. So a little bit of history lesson as you play this 340-yard par 4 10th. Well, that was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. You might like this one. You might really like it. Oh, another thunderbolt right there. What a putt. He can't seem to do anything wrong in this round. Wow. When the round is over, you call your buddies and tell them at one of the more famous and diabolical par 3s in the world, you met the challenge, because I promise you, it can rob you of your spirit. Hill and Strath, those greenside bunkers, they've inflicted a lot of pain over the years. He'll take that, no doubt. That'll be a birdie putt coming up here at 11. Now this for another birdie. Nope. So that brushed in for par here at 11, and he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Frank, from this vantage point here at the 12th, you can see why the old course, St. Andrews, are so iconic in the sport.
Yeah, this is a fun hole as we start to sort of head back to the village of St. Andrews. Hole's called Heathery. There's a big crop of heather on the left, and there's 4 little pot bunkers that are in the middle of this fairway, so you've really got to be cognizant of those. But good time to take the head cover off if you're a long hitter, and then you've only got to worry about that one pot bunker just short of the green.
This one starting up that left side.
Oh, talk about a friendly kick. I never got those. It could have stayed in the rough for the same price.
So from just off to the side of the green here, this is second to the par 4. Oh man, absolutely can do no wrong. Dialed in, and that is an eagle, and this is a spectacular round of golf. Frank, how about the bunkers here at 13? A rather ominous sounding name.
Yeah, the coffins, and they are that for a reason. If you finish up in there, well, the best you'll probably ever do is make a bogey, unless you're an absolute genius. They're to be avoided, certainly off the tee. If you do, it's still a difficult hole. The second shot, unless you hit a perfect tee shot, will be blind. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Well, we've run out of fairway here. An impressive tee shot, now finding ourselves on a bit of an upslope. That's going to need to be taken into account for this approach.
It's been a beautiful round of golf today. It's been a clinic with the irons, and well, more evidence there. The swing, the strike. And look how close that is.
Just like that, it's a birdie here at 13. And he continues to build on this advantage. Sensational here on day one. Frank, what are we looking at here at the big par 5 14?
Out of bounds on the right, and those little series of pop bunkers called the birdies. Now, if you get in trouble here, you can bail out with your second shot down the left, which is the 4th fairway. It's one other option of playing this par 5. But a good tee shot, and you can certainly go at this for 2.
Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. Man, oh man, Frank, it is one thing to stack pars on a scorecard, but eagles, this is an incredible performance.
Well, I'm used to birdie feasts, but eagle feasts? I didn't think you could do that.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that is some kind of round going on now. What a putt that was. It's an eagle, and his sensational play continues on this backside. Arriving now at St. Andrews' infamous road hole, often considered the most difficult par 4 in golf. Tee shot has to fly the railway sheds and the grounds of the Old Course Hotel, landing on a narrow fairway beyond.
Really starting to make a hard game look easy. Drive after drive has been superb. And this one, well, as we like to say, is in the mayor's office.
This is why you practice these shots from under 100 yards. You've bombed your drive. Now it's time for the touch shot. Zip one in there close.
Oh, just a beautiful performance. And this round looks like it's going to get even better. Just a beautiful iron shot. The sound off that club face.
Ah, yes, never in doubt. It's a birdie here at 15. And now another par for the 16th, Frank, and another hole where precision off the tee is going to be paramount.
Yeah, the norm off the tee is really to avoid a series of 3 bunkers called the Principal's Nose. I've never really figured out why they're called that, but it's not the place to be, that's for sure. Stay short of those is the safe line, and then a little pop bunker once again in the front left of the screen called the Wig. That's also to be avoided. Another difficult green. Looks a little simpler from the fairway, but miss your mark with the yardage and you'll pay a premium.
That'll do just fine. Chance now for another birdie. Ah, that a pure roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. Arriving now at St. Andrews' infamous road hole, often considered the most difficult par 4 in golf, the 17th tee shot has to fly those railway sheds and the grounds of the Old Course Hotel, landing on a narrow fairway beyond. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second. This one has a chance to be close.
I always knew that was going to be a good shot when it left the club face. What's that, 8 or 9 feet? Excellent shot.
Oh, finishing strong. That's in for birdie here at 17. One of the most memorable sights in golf, 357-yard par 4 finishing hole at St. Andrews. This one has witnessed so much drama over the years, and the Swilken Bridge is perhaps the most famous structure in golf. Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. From the fairway, Iona, this is second.
Well, it was an impressive effort off the tee, but here we are in the Valley of Sin, a piece of land that's fraught with enough history to earn its own biblical surname.
Shot after shot. More evidence there with that beautiful touch.
Now this for another birdie. Yeah, that's well played. It's a birdie at 18. So, Frank, today, in a word, incredible.
Just made a complicated game appear so simple.
So that should just about do it. For all of us at EA Sports, thanks for spending some time with us on the road. EA Sports, in conjunction with the R&A, present the final major championship of the year. Today, from the Old Course at St. Andrews, live second round coverage of the 150th Open. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. Our leader on this Friday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. Round 2 of the Open Championship at St. Andrews, and Frank, as we well know, this course can change dramatically depending on the date. We're curious, How'd you handle this sort of discrepancy in tee times from Thursday to Friday?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Rich. That's what a lot of people don't realize. You can have like what we call early, which is like 6:30 off, first off in the morning, and then you get about 11 o'clock tee off time the next day. Or conversely, you can be just before 11 and then tee off at 4 o'clock. You would think that's the worst possible draw. But sometimes the wind just abates in the afternoon, and you can get very, very lucky with almost no wind for 4 or 5 hours. And that is the key, especially at a golf course like St Andrews.
Nota Begay III is down there. This for an opening birdie.
And a very straightforward look here, down the hill with no break.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And he moves to 21 under par. Here we are now at the second. Always so important to try and establish a good round in these opening holes, Frank.
In the second hole, especially with a prevailing breeze and today's modern equipment, the odd player has actually driven this green, but you really see the tone of the golf course. The middle of the golf course is protected. There's a series of bunkers down there, but the left is always the safe side of the golf course, but the best line to play your second shot from on the whole golf course is always the right side, and we see that here at the second.
That one going to be in great shape. So following the birdie at one, a solid drive here at the second. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second for this par 4. Okay, it's not stone dead, but that's not too bad. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. And that means he'll get it to 22 under par. Frank, talk about the strategy off the tee here at the third.
You can drive the ball pretty close to this green, Rich. It's shorter than the second hole. Just hit it down the right side, but try and avoid those little pot bunkers. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though. That's the benefit of really bombing a tee shot down there. You get a simple little chip, you knock it close, and it looks like another birdie.
Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. And he's going to move to 23 under par. Moving now to the par 4 fourth, measuring 419 yards. 2 ways to attack here. The riskier drive is toward the narrow valley on the right, while the safer play is to aim for the plateau on the left. I'll tell you, this is shaping up to be some kind of round. Birdies at 1, 2, and 3, and another good tee shot here at the fourth. Just 90 yards remaining here for his second, into the par 4. I like the looks of this one.
Well, Rich, I didn't expect this sort of fireworks here today, but already with some birdies on the card and another one here by the looks of things.
Not much to that. It is a birdie here at 4, and that's going to move him to 24 under par. Hole number 5 of the first par 5 we've seen today. This fairway looks like it narrows quite a bit, Frank. Are you thinking eagle when you step up onto the tee?
Well, you could, especially if you've got a little bit of breeze behind you, but it's quite wide in the driving area with the exception of those 3 bunkers on the right that just sort of pop out. But if you can get it past those, this par 5, very reachable.
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Now, from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Oh yeah, that's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3, superb. Now at the 6th, not a particularly long hole, Frank, par 4.
Yeah, semi-blind tee shot. You've got an idea where you want to hit, but there's a series of 3 bunkers. They're called the coffins down the left side, as well as some pop bunkers down the right. So this requires a very accurate tee shot.
Oh, this looks really good. Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done. Yeah, on putts this long, so hard to gauge the speed. That's maybe about what you'd expect. Chance now for another birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. And that's going to move him to 27 under par. Now, 7th hole here at the old course, Frank.
Ideal line, just hit your tee shot over the march stone. The bunker on the 11th green actually often comes into play, called the shell bunker. So anything a little bit right of that, but very difficult green for the approach shot coming up.
Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Here at 7, this is second from off the fairway.
Oh, he's come out of the gates today beautifully, and there is another chance.
He's been automatic on this front side. This for birdie. Ah, yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. And he moves to 28 under par. Standing on the tee at the par 3 8th here at the Old Course. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
One of the biggest greens on the golf course. It looks flat, it looks like it's easy, but once that flag gets on the left side, this one, the hole becomes a little bit more difficult. It's very easy to take this hole for granted. Very hard to hit it close, though.
That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, and it's a pretty straight putt overall, but it's a severe slope, so it will really gather pace as it heads towards the cup.
That one just going to sneak on by. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Frank, the Old Course all about avoiding the pot bunkers. They're so nasty. This is a good example here, the 9th hole.
Yeah, the pot bunkers really to be avoided are the ones in the middle of the fairway, but there are some that sneak in on the left side, plus that gorse on the left. If you can carry that last one, which is called the end hole, then there's a chance to perhaps drive this green.
Well, that's on a pretty good line so far. I mean, that is a sight to behold. What a spectacular shot we just saw on the par 4 with a drive in 1. Oh, how good is that? Those are the kinds of long-distance putts you'll see here in Scotland, and that was judged about as well as one can. Not much more than a tap in there. It is a birdie at the 9th, and that is going to mean this was a 27 on the front side, an amazing 9 under par. Starting off the backside here at St. Andrews with the 340-yard par 4 10th, named in honor of the great Bobby Jones, 1927 Open champion and 1930 amateur champion. Right center off the tee, ideal here. The fairway narrows around 280 yards, but the green is drivable. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Now this for another birdie. Okay, well done. A couple of birdies here sandwiched around the turn at 9 and 10. And he continues to just build up a massive lead for the weekend. Hole number 11, the Eden, is really the finest medium-length one-shotter in all of golf, isn't it, Frank?
Well, this hole's been copied by many an architect for the reasons why it's normally very, very difficult to make a hole of this length, or should I say this short, so difficult. But they've managed to do that here at Eden with that Strath bunker in the front and the severe sloping on either side of that bunker.
That can really be brutal, can it?
It certainly does. And if you have any doubt there, you'll come unstuck at 11.
19 feet away. Maybe gave that one a little too much credit and it missed on the high side. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Frank, how do you like the 12th hole here at St. Andrews?
Well, it's a beautiful par 4. You start to see the village of St. Andrews in the background, Eden Estuary to the right, and also decision time. If you're long enough, it's certainly worth having a crack at this par 4 with your tee shot. But if you're not a long hitter, then you've really got to worry about those 4 beautifully and well strategic positioned bunkers in the middle of the fairway. Well, somehow that ball's got through the other side of the tree and really hadn't lost that much yardage.
Okay, on the green, but that's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. Oh, the pace perfect on that one. It's in for birdie. And he's just continuing to pour it on here on this Friday. Now to the par 4 13th, and again, Frank, it's all about avoiding the bunkers.
Yeah, another hole that forces you to go either right or left of something that you can see. The 2 bunkers called the coffins right up ahead. You can also go beyond those, and if you do, then you've got a much shorter shot in, but you've got to avoid those fairway bunkers. They are very costly. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though. It's been a beautiful round of golf today. It's been a clinic with the irons, and well, more evidence there. The swing, the strike. And look how close that is.
Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And that's going to move him to, you ready for this? 32 under. Frank, the 14th is a big par 5, chance to make a big move, but also possibility of making a big number if you're not careful.
Yeah, you've got to be very aware of the out of bounds on the right side, even though it does move to the right. Ideal tee shot is down the right side that gets very close to that, because then that opens up the second shot and keeps that tee shot away from that crop of bunkers called the birdies. There's a big cross bunker up ahead that has to be avoided for the second shot. If you're long enough, you can reach this par 5 and 2, but this green with so many undulations that it is anything other than flat.
What a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Back here at the 15th, and Frank, this fairway narrows up in a hurry.
And it's also, there's a big crop of heather that sort of constrains you if you're going to hit it just straight down the middle. Only the brave go down the right side. That brings in those little bunkers called robs, and they'll rob your scorecard, that's for sure.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Now Noda his second from the fairway.
He's looking at 96 yards to the front, 107 all the way to the hole, and coming off the eagle on the last hole, no reason to think he won't be in attack mode here.
That's a good shot, and more importantly too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Oh, yes, a perfect putt there. It is in for birdie here at 15. And he's going to move to minus 35 for the tournament. We begin the closing stretch here at St. Andrews at the challenging 381-yard par 4 16. Two options here. Play it safer and aim down the left side, avoiding a cluster of bunkers known as Principal's Nose, or aim right and risk going out of bounds.
Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder, how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
So from a little more than 70 yards, this is second. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. Down to Iona, this for birdie.
And this should be fairly straight overall until the halfway point, and that's when it's really going to start working from right to left.
Just 5 feet left. Oh, maybe a misread there, and that curls by to the left. Okay, in for a bogey at 16. And fortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. Frank, the 17th hole, you can get room service along the way here?
You can. If you flare one right there, you'll also pay a penalty for out of bounds. And so that hamburger better taste good, better be worth it. A little left of that, a little left of the out of bounds, and you're left with a second shot. It's fairly daunting because you have the road hole bunker to avoid and the road behind the green. Hence the name.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. From the fairway, Noda, this is second.
It's about 137 yards to the front of the green, 141 to the hole. Hole cut right in the middle.
An absolute laser straight at it, and it so easily could have gone in.
Nicely done. A birdie finished off here at 17. And he will definitely not say no to that. Frank, the 18th hole at the old course, when you stand on the tee, it doesn't look like much. But when you begin to factor in all the history, all the greats who have played, well, then it is quite the hole.
It certainly is. Remember the great putts like Constantina Rocca making it from the front to try and get in a playoff with John Daly. Jack Nicklaus driving the green. It's all been made possible by the ambitious player here. You've got to swing it across the Swilken Burn, out of bounds on the right and beyond the screen, but it is reachable. But the mere mortals, they'll aim a little left. They'll aim at the clock face on the R&A building.
The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. I was asking for it to go, and it listened. That is a really good shot. Yeah, that's how to end it. Back-to-back birdies at 17 and 18. So far, so good for our featured golfer. Going to be going to bed tonight with a 36-hole lead here, trying to win that first major.
Half of the tournament in the books. It's always a compelling stage, Rich. You know, half the field's nearly out of it, but a featured player very much in it.
So that'll do it for my partner here in the tower, Frank Nobilo. For Nota Begay, Iona Stephen, and all our crew, Rich Lerner saying, we'll see you next time on EA Sports